Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to make this really simple, minimalist bifold wallet. You got 4 card slots and you got 2 sleeves here for cash. This particular one is made with this really cool embossed crocodile skin. But this is a great project for any type of leather as long as it's really no thicker than about 4 ounces. You should be in good shape. The PDF template for this wallet is in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is scratch out the pieces. I'm going to be using 2 colors for this wallet. I'm going to be using this embossed crocodile and also some Pueblo walnut. But for this color, I'm only going to need my outside piece and these 2 inside pocket pieces. All right, now I'm going to trace out the rest of the inside pieces here. And I'm going to use this crescent moon shaped blade to cut out my little inserts here. I'm going to use this smaller one to cut out the 4 corners of this center area. A hole punch, a large hole punch would also work. And I think I'll use the X-Acto blade to cut out the rest. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a dry fit to make sure that everything is fitting as it's supposed to. It's also motivating because you can kind of start to see how it's going to look when it's all put together. So there's a little bit of burnishing that we need to do before we start gluing and stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish these edges, these top edges, and this inside edge here. So this leather is already pretty thin, so it doesn't need a whole lot of skiving, but I am going to go ahead and skive the edges here just so it lays a little bit flatter underneath the other pieces. So these little lines here are meant to kind of be guides on where to put these pockets. They kind of line up on the bottom like that. And you can mark little holes that way, but I like to just sort of use them as a rough guide because sometimes I might want to move them a little bit higher or lower. For example, I'm just going to go a little bit lower. There we go. Okay, once it's in a place that you like, I'm going to go ahead and just mark the bottom here. And I'm going to mark the bottom here. And now I'm gonna know where to glue. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now we are ready to glue. Having this grid paper really helps to kind of keep things lined up too. And I'm going to draw my stitch lines now with my calipers. And we're ready to stitch. I'm going to flatten these threads down a little bit. Okay, now we're good to go ahead and glue these down. It's really important to line up these edges on the inside, because if you're over a little bit, you can't really trim it down past beyond here. I know that's a little tricky to comprehend right now, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. So before we glue this together, we are going to be able to burnish the inside of this once it's all glued, but not this little part right here. This little part right here, we're going to want to burnish now because we won't really get a chance to later. And I'm not going to sand or edge bevel, I'm just going to give it a little toconol and a rub with the wood slicker. All right, let's go ahead and glue this up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and do some edge cleanup. Got a little bit of edges hanging out in a few different places, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean those up now. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean up the inside edges here, give these a quick sand and edge bevel, and then I'm going to draw stitch lines and stitch up these inside bits before we glue these two together. All right, I'm going to draw a stitch line for both sides here, but just on the inside. And go ahead and punch my stitching holes now. Let's go ahead and stitch both these sides up. Now I'm just going to take a little time and burnish just the inside bits here before I glue the two main pieces together. And just be sure during glue up you only want to glue the outside edges. You do not want to glue these edges in here, just the perimeter, just the outside. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners with this crescent moon tool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sand and edge bevel the entire perimeter of this. And now we're going to go ahead and just stitch up the whole piece. All right, we're looking pretty good here. The last step is just to clean up these edges with a little Tokonol and a wood slicker. And I'll go ahead and hit this real quick with the bone folder just to get some of that glue unlocked that might still be kind of on the insides. And there we go. Got our finished wallet. Really nice. Very slim, this wallet. Now the leather that I'm using right now is about a 2.5 to 3 ounce leather, so it's kind of slim by nature. So the wallet itself is very slim. It's got a little bit of give to it, but once you pack it with some cards, it really it firms it up and gives it a lot of structure. And I'm so the great thing about this wallet is you put it in your front pocket or your back pocket and it really develops a lot of patina and it softens and it kind of molds to your pocket, whether you keep it in the front pocket or the back pocket. And it really gains a lot of character the more that you use it. And this embossed crocodile skin is just so cool. Got a couple little pockets here for some cash. And yeah. Very simple, very cool wallet, fun project. And if you do end up making this, please tag me, Coastline Leather Goods. I'd love to see the finished product that you make. using the PDF template that's in the description below. Thanks.